Hi everyone! Today we're starting our new survival series. The old one was boring and there was nothing to do, and I actually went on the seed myself and I looked around and there's literally nothing to do. There's a huge desert and a huge savanna biome, and there's literally no wood or anything at all, and it's just a really bad seed. And plus the villagers weren't really good when it comes to what their job is. So I just decided that we should start a new series, and I just realized that my recorder is actually recording the X and everything up here, and I'm really sorry about that. It's really bad quality. I don't really know how to fix that, so I'm going to play with that for this episode, and I hope you don't mind because I can't fix that during recording. So why don't we begin with naming our new world? I don't think that this would be. This is an appropriate name because it is a new beginning. So the seed I'm going to be using is I'm just going to click paste, and I don't really know what's going to show up. There's nothing that showed up, so I'm going to type in zebras, and maybe zebras will be a good seed. Now, if it's jungle seed, I don't want to play in a jungle, so we'll have to remake the world, but that's okay. And so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to have my amplified survival series coming out very, very soon. It's just that I want to start with the normal one, so when I'm playing amplified, you can either watch this one or amplified, but when amplified comes out, you can still go back to this. So we're not going to do anything else but put the bonus chest on, and we're going to generate structures because we do want to visit villages and dungeons and the stronghold, and it's going to be survival because we're awesomely survival. I'm also using the texture pack Faithful. It's a 32 by 32 texture pack, and I believe that someone is remaking, like, taking it and making a 64 by 64 version of the texture pack, and I'd really like to look into that, but I'm not sure. I might have just heard it randomly, but right now it's 32 by 32. So we're going to check why it's lagging so badly. I found out why it's lagging so badly. I normally play in 2 tiny, and it's still really laggy. Don't really know what it is, but maybe it's animations. I don't normally use animations. Make sure they're all off. Okay, that's a bit better. I don't know how it's laggy, how the lag is for you guys, but it's kind of laggy for me, but that's okay. Okay, so first off, in the chest here, we have lots of wood. And I always take the chest if you guys leave it. I don't really know why you would leave it. Plus torches, like you could be building your first house and you wouldn't have any coal or anything, and you have these beautiful torches that were left in a chest for you. Now we're gonna have to collect some wood. And I don't know what the pause button is for this recorder, so you're gonna have to watch me collect wood this time. But I do have lots to talk about when it comes to YouTube and a bunch of new update things that I've heard about and stuff. So for Minecraft, let's begin with that. The 1.8 update, I'm pretty sure will come out very soon, but they look to be working on it very bad, like a lot. So I don't really know if they're gonna update it again for snapshots. You know, the 1.8 update looks more like kind of like an entity kind of update. They're like concentrating on things that don't have to do with what you do. I don't know if that really makes any sense to you guys, but like they're updating the villagers really well. Like that's something that they probably should have updated a while ago, and now they're just noticing it kind of now. I'm really excited for it. I'm really excited to have, like, watch villagers harvest their wheat. I've always wanted villagers to actually do something rather than run around, get killed by zombies, and hide in houses. I want them to actually do something. And you run into a farmer and you're like, oh, can you harvest this wheat? Now, actually, in a video that I watched by Mr. Butterblock, he said that the villagers collect the wheat, That's true, but if you stand beside the villager while he's harvesting the wheat, you can actually pick up the wheat. So I recommend while they're harvesting, if you're in a village, I would recommend standing beside the villager or something. So you can actually get the wheat or whatever he's harvesting. I don't know if they harvest carrots or potatoes, but yeah. Another thing that I'd really like them to add, and I probably will never ever do this, but I'd like villagers to have pumpkin and melon farms. I think it'd be really interesting, and plus melons and pumpkins would be a lot easier to find. And then another thing that I'd like them to do is make a tree village. So basically all the houses are in a big tree, like in big trees connected, and it's a big village for us to go and explore, and it'd be great for like building and stuff. Like there'd be total inspiration when it comes to things that they could do in the jungle with villages. Totally something that I would want them to add into the game. I don't know how much wood I have. Okay. Another thing that I want them to add into the game is more animals. I think that we are pretty good with like what we have now, but I think it'd be really exciting to get some new animals, like maybe bugs. I don't know how bugs would work, but I think it'd be really cool to just have some bugs flying around, like a butterfly or like a bee, and you could like have bees nests and stuff. Like there's probably mods out there like that, but it'd be really cool to just get implemented into the game. Because bees are like, you have all these flowers in the game. They have like 700 million flowers, and then it's us that's doing like the planting and stuff. But why not have something else do it, or something, or have the bees come and take the pollen? Or I don't really know if they'd even add pollen. Probably wouldn't. But it'd be cool to see bees flying around, and you could get stung, and you'd have like a poison, and you get like your poison meter or something if you got stung. And then you could like have bee crates and have a bee farm or something. I don't really know. There's farms for everything. There's like emerald farms. Like, how do you make an emerald farm? You put a bunch of villagers in a house and stuff, and you just trade with them. That's an emerald farm. There's sugarcane farms. Like, sugarcane is like, there's some sugarcane right now, but sugarcane is not that important of like an item. Like it makes maps and sugar. Well, I guess I get okay. Well, it's pretty important. Like my favorite thing to do is go into the creative menu and like look through things and be like, why is this even in the game? Like, I don't use it. I'm probably sure that nobody else uses it. Like something that nobody would use. Like for me, for the longest of times, I never used a clock because it would stay at the same time. And then when one day it just kind of went back to its normal kind of clock setting. And then it happened again on a server, and we lived in a cave in that server. It's actually the Paddycraft Survival Series, if you watch that on Mr. Butterblock's channel. Yeah, we live in a cave kind of thing. We live underground. We need a clock. We need to know what time it is. And for me, the clock never changed, and I don't think it changed for Mr. Butterblock either. And it never changed. It was very frustrating, because you'd have to break a block just to look outside, and that's a lot of work. It's a lot of sugarcane. So, yeah. These are some really amazing sandhills. So, I just heard a chicken lay an egg. I like collecting chicken eggs. I don't really... They come in handy later in time, if you ask me. I don't really know where to go from here. I don't want to live in a desert again, like our old series. Okay, wait, I don't know how long we've been recording. I think it's been like more than 10 minutes. So, I'm gonna wrap up the episode now. And I'm actually gonna wrap it up when we get on top of this mountain. Next episode, we'll look around the mountain to see if there's any good places that we could maybe potentially build a home. Just letting you know, you guys probably watch a lot of people, and like, if you've ever seen like Kestel Caden, that YouTuber, he like built a really awesome cave house, and then he moved. like 3 times. And I'm not that kind of person. So I'm going to turn this all the way up. Now, if you are witnessing, if we're getting some lag here, I'm really sorry. It's just for the sake of looking around. So I'm going to wrap up the video with a few lookouts kind of things. Wait for the chunk loading. We'll see what my chunk loading is at. And if you have Optifine, if you can change the chunk loading to multi-core, it'll generate very fast. I'm not going to move around a lot because it will lag for me, and I know that you guys hate lag. Though I've seen a lot of people on YouTube, and they're like, oh my god, yay, let's start. And their computer quality of playing Minecraft is really bad. And they're like, yay, let's record. And this is totally not far. Why is it like this? Okay. We'll just look another time, okay? So anyway, these people are like, yay, let's record. And they have like Bandicam and all that and stuff. And I used to record with Bandicam. I will admit to that. But, you know, when you're going to do a survival series, you can't record with Bandicam, like the free version. Because Bandicam, the thing will show up at the top. And that's really bad. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of our new survival series. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.